now.
I dropped the link in common server.
What is this pretty overlay?
It is my aesthetic, and it took me a lot longer than it should have to make because I had to figure out how to get everything to work.
Fuck, oh my gosh. Now I gotta hold my, thing like an antenna. Great.
It's so... oh my gosh, yes.
I love it so much.
I love it. I love the colors.
You can't see it, but the name of the file type is bullshit tomfuckery.
I saw it, and I just kind of snickered.
It's been my mood the entire week.
Boy, I'm on that same note with you. I actually did a script that I plan on doing a video months and months later. Mm-hmm. Related to this one guy that I've been dealing with that I will bitch about here.
Oh Lord, do I know who you're talking about?
I think you know who.
Oh.
I mean, Beard and I also have a guy we could talk about, but...
Oh, which one? There's 5 of them now.
The reason... Oh my gosh, you're right.
Okay.
Recent boy.
Okay, I will rant about the recent boy in his own video at some point. I've been thinking about doing it for so long because that made me so angry. I terrified false when I went to him because he told me about it. It's just yeah, I'm pretty pissed, so prepare thy loins.
The other one. The advice boy.
Oh, the advice boy. The advice boy is not as angry.
I saw that guy on your comments section.
Woe is me, senpai didn't notice me.
He's moved on to a new senpai.
And you're the one who's suffering.
I'm curious. See, I'm just gonna leave it open and see how far he goes down the rabbit hole.
Let's see how long before he finally figures out.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Anyhow, I guess we're getting to the start of this whole thing, so pre-show over. Hello everyone, welcome to ClovenCast. We don't have an intro yet because we're only in the first episode, but... Yee. Would anyone like to introduce themselves? We can go in the mass order if we want.
So, that's my introduction.
Alphabetical.
No, I guess we can go into that order. So
we're sticking with it.
The alphabetical.
First then, I'm Maple. Mapleicious. Hi there. I'm an artist and also currently working on a webtoon called Zodiacs. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
Ew.
That's it. That's all.
Hi, I'm Animechristy. I do the YouTubes and the porn and the art. Hi. I don't have anything else to say.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Springheart. I do YouTube videos. I make art. I just recently reopened my Etsy store. Yeah, make cute art and meme stuff. So.
Hello everyone, I'm the sick little gay fucktard who draws art on the internet and used to make a show called Art Block, but I haven't made one in weeks.
Sounds about right.
And I'm an angry little bean because I've been in art school and everything is going wrong.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's what this entire podcast is going to be about. It's low-key bitching about all the artist problems.
And all the encounters that we've recently dealt with relating to our content.
Which we'll keep anonymous for the sake of, privacy unless we feel like it's necessary.
I call the name Ian for my anonymous story.
Oh, anonymous names.
Well, you got the floor if you want to start.
Who, me?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead.
Okay. I guess, I don't know. I've been recently dealing with this fan who I haven't heard from in a while, not since last week. But this former fan of mine just, I don't even know. Okay, so long story short, Manga Common and I, we're a couple. And unfortunately what comes with the territory is that whenever he has certain fans of from his end of the thing, or he has enemies on his end, they somehow also bring me into it.
Oh.
Like, just because I'm dating him, suddenly I'm part of his problem or whatever. It's just a content creator problem of being like the girlfriend of this big YouTuber who, you know, I love you, manga, but man, you bitch about you bitch about a lot of people, and then yeah, I get dragged into your drama, and that's not really his fault, but it's just what happens.
But you're not.
So this guy, who was a fan of my boyfriend, decided to become a fan of me. And then next thing you know, I'm getting spammed like these creepy like praise messages like, oh, you two are such a cute couple, I hope you get married, and all this other really, really creepy personal shit. And after a while, it's like, okay, this guy's just an overzealous fan. Whatever, he's not doing anything. I don't know. Then someday he decided to come onto my, onto my Twitter while I was posting a work in progress of that Lugia Gajinka pic that I did. And then he started bitching about something else that's like, okay. I basically decided to reply to this guy for the first time. It did not go well. He started getting guilt trippy or whatever, and then I'm just going to cut this story into he started calling me a banshee and blaming me for everything wrong with his life, and it's like, how did this happen? How did this even happen? I'm just sitting here being a potato.
Oh no.
Honestly, like,
people are weird.
That's like the one thing.
People are weird. Like, how people can get so extreme to, like, being, like, this, praise, like, they start praising you, they're kissing the ground you walk on, and the next thing you know, they change their minds and go, I hate you, because you said the wrong thing. And I didn't even say anything bad to him, because he accused me of bullying. And all I said was, please stop spamming me. Please?
Like, didn't he just say something completely unrelated to the art you posted?
Yeah, he basically was talking about some other YouTuber. It's like, oh, you need to block this guy. I like this guy. I don't always agree with what he says, but I like him. I don't know. He somehow took it the wrong way and turned it into this, oh, well, you are the source of all my problems for some reason. And obviously some people are emotionally unstable and have certain issues they need to work out. But at the same time, some things are just better off not on the internet.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay, that reminds me, I need to transition a little bit. So, Special Advice Boy, which Spring was referencing earlier. He has been a pain in my side for like 8 months now. And I tried to be polite and tell him like, hey, I'm not interested in your advice. You're not helping me.
You have been so polite. It is like, you have been like customer service girl, like hardcore. Like, I don't understand how you have been so polite to someone who has made you so uncomfortable. Like,
I mean, if you think that's bad, try to see how I was initially with Yuga.
Oh,
good
boy.
God.
No.
But honestly, like, the TLDR of that whole situation is that, like, a while back, I'm assuming it's he.
I'm assuming.
I don't, like, try to assume, but at the same time, like, I don't really have enough respect for this situation, because it's like, you made me angry and you kind of got up in my face and got all huffy about it. So, anyway, basically what happened was, he started sending me these quote-unquote, like, recommendations, and I'm like, this is all stuff that I know because I've been working in this industry for 7 years, and I'm also in art school where they trained me this kind of stuff, so I appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't need you, like, spamming my notes with all of this.
So
and then,
kindly fuck off.
so I just gently said, please leave me alone, and then I ignored his notes for a while, and then he comes back to me with this note. And I showed it to Spring, like, every time I see this kind of, like, bullcrap, I bring it into the admin chat, because it's just like, oh, great, look at this. Mm-hmm. And you remember, it's just like, I can't believe that you didn't acknowledge me or whatever.
Yes, Senpai, why didn't you acknowledge me? How dare you? And it was just like he was mansplaining. It was like, I can't believe that I've been talking to you for giant paragraphs. Like, these are huge paragraphs. These aren't like tiny, like, maybe if you like tried to this, it'd be a great idea. No, these are like giant, hardcore, like I could write a book.
And he didn't even have punctuation. It was all one run-on sentence.
Yeah. And when someone said no, he got very huffy. And how dare you be someone on the internet and not accept me, senpai?
And he's like, how dare you emotionally manipulate me? And it's just like, what did I do? How did I hurt you? I just said to please leave me alone. I've got more important stuff to worry about than internet drama.
Yeah, and so am I allowed to jump in now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so
There
he came on to our not our server, my bad.
The Meadow. You can call it
the Meadow. I'm so used. I live there.
You live here.
I do. I live on the Meadow. He came onto the Meadow. He tried to come onto the Meadow, and we basically said, "Nah, we're not having this. We're not giving you full access to Spirit because we know what you're going to do. It's just going to be a giant paragraph fiesta." So we declined based on past experience, because Spirit has the right to decline you, because it's her server. And he got all huffy, and the last ClovenCast on YouTube, he was posting and it's just like, how dare you, I've been traumatized, the scars, I don't know how to get over this case.
Actually, I now want to like pull up the full last message that he posted on Instagram, that one guy, after you're done like doing this, because I have a similar message.
So when we told him he was not allowed to be, I forgot to add this. So when we told him he wasn't allowed to be in the Meadow, I was like, Spirit is very busy with school, like 12-hour days. Please do not contact Spirit. What does this weenie do? Contact Spirit.
He immediately goes to my DMs, like before you could even kick him out of the Meadow, before he could even like complete the customs process, he sends me this entire paragraph, and it's just, I got to the point where it's like, okay, you're gonna make me do this, I'm blocking you. Because at that point I was trying to be nice, just like ignoring and just like waiting, maybe he'll go away. No!
Yeah, giant paragraph. I was furious. I'm pretty sure I got up from my chair and walked away when you told me he had done that. Yeah, commented on the last stream, told him he needed to leave Spirit alone. This was getting dumb. Apparently he's been traumatized by not being acknowledged. And so he was basically like mansplaining. It was like you could tell he was like puffing out his chest and like how dare you talk to me like this, like you could get the whole MLP community against me, and I'm like deeply rooted in this community, you'll never get me out of it. It's just like, okay, little, okay,
you
put
can
on
say
your
little
big boy.
bitch. This is
Like,
a big boy stream, you can use the big boy words.
Like, no, this is it's like he needed to put on his big boy pants and he needed to go away. So he had to have the last word, and I was done at that point. He was like, let's pretend that this never happened, basically. And I just walked away because I could not say anything nice. I was trying to be good. And
also, this is Spring talking, Derpy12.
Oh, hi, I'm
answering
Spring.
chat.
I'm Springheart. Awoo. And so we thought it would be over. We thought, surely surely it would be over. No. So I believe it was yesterday. I get a large paragraph. Should I read the paragraph that he sent me?
Do it.
Let me go to my notes. Just so you get a little taste of the type of paragraphs he sent me a DM in DeviantArt. So I am now apparently his senpai because he's sending me advice. So this is with no punctuation. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that I currently have a large collection of photography works that I've taken into recent times that could possibly work as really good backgrounds for character drawings. So you could always feel free to ask me if you want a photographic background for any project, and I'll see what I can find that would be most fitting for you! Exclamation mark. I could possibly even be a good time-saving alternative to painting backgrounds for your projects, as it could possibly allow you to save time, quite a lot of time in a way, so you could get through your projects faster, and that could possibly be very handy for commission projects too. And 2 is with only 1 O, not 2! Exclamation mark. There's even the possibility of us doing a collab sometime using my holographic backgrounds, though that's mainly something that's completely up to you if you are interested or not! Exclamation mark. And then there's a stupid ass smiley face at the end, and I just want to burn everything.
Okay, honestly, he sent me the same message like 8 months ago. It's
Oh my
like
gosh,
copy
copy
paste.
pasting?
I swear, he's probably just copy pasting and sending to a bunch of artists to see who he can scam into it. Because it's just like, he sent me a message a while back. It's just like, hey, I have this idea for a Sergal comic. You want to be one of the artists on it? It's just like, you are aware that Sergals are a trademarked species for the vilest manga, right? You
Mad Munchkin got the same message. Sorry, Matt just said that in the.
I did not
Everybody
get
just
that
stop
message,
talking.
so I must not be important.
I mean, to be fair, you weren't, like, I was active on DA during the entire time that he was, like, spamming me, because I used to post, like, a new deviation. I used to do daily posts.
Yeah, I can't do that. My work takes way too much time to do daily posts.
Yeah, it caught up with me real fast, so I'm not doing that anymore.
So anyways, that's the tea of advice, man. Don't give paragraphs of advice to content creators when they're not asking for advice. It just comes off as very rude. That's my advice.
Wow.
And don't continue to do so after they tell you no, because that's also rude.
I swear tonight's just gonna be a bunch of, like, Notice Me Senpai stories.
Oh,
That and complaining about all, like, the crap that you deal with, just with, like, clientele and everything.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, I apologize in advance to anyone in the room, as well as on the chat, if I curse.
I've already cursed a couple times, so...
Oh yeah, I'll try to stay clean, but no promises.
Okay, fine. I'll stay clean, Dad.
In this Christian call.
Guys, do you not even remember what I opened up with?
No, because I was too busy fiddling with my freaking headphones. Or I wasn't here.
Matt is going to hurt. Yes, everyone, cover your Christian ears. There might be swears.
I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on the video before it goes up on YouTube. I might see...
kids.
Wait. I'll do your disclaimer song for you. Disclaimer song. Disclaimer Italy. I can't do this with my dad from me. I'll do my best though.
The disclaimer of Italy.
I just realized the nose you're drawing for me. What is that? It's like you flattened it.
Okay, it reminds me of... I don't know how I managed to pull it off, but it reminds me of this one face from The Amazing World of Gumball. Where it's just... I've got like the mental image of it. I
Oh my
don't know
God.
if I can find it.
Person in the chat says it looks like a blobfish. It does. It's beautiful.
Well, you're gonna be a blobfish for this title card.
Yes, I love it. 10 out of 10.
She says reluctantly.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
So what should we talk about now that we've gotten like some stories of like people pulling some stupid things off our chest?
Maple, do you want to rant a little bit about art stuff?
I honestly don't have many interesting stories. I'm not sure if it's just because I've been able to hide well enough.
Do you want to complain about drawing brick paths?
Fucking, I got.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a story about like other people that you've encountered. It can be like just anything like art related.
I guess I just don't really have much right now. But I'm done with the brick path.
Yay.
But I'm doing a brick wall now. So
What is
it's a
with you
whole
and the
other
brick?
Because I don't know what else to do for this background. Okay.
You could do marble.
I could do marble, but it's like in a city setting. Old city setting. They don't have marbles in the streets.
I just
And it
imagined
would be
a
a
bunch
big
of
tripping
marbles
hazard.
rolling down a hill. Like just a bunch of random marbles, Lion King style, chasing a child down the street.
Imagine an intense scene where somebody is running down the street and whoop.
Just millions
you
of
go.
marbles.
Those marbles, though.
On this episode, Seth is about to lose his marbles.
I should have
I
named
mean-
the stream "Losing My Marbles Art Problems."
That would have been a great punny title, Spirit, not gonna lie.
I mean, I could do another tiny rant if we.
Hold on, I'm gonna
Yes.
write down "Losing My Marbles" real quick.
You
Lose your
better.
marbles.
That's a great title.
Stories. Tell stories. I like to hear stories.
Okay, so let's see if I can find the. I don't think I can find the quote. So I make YouTube videos. I used to make a lot of MLP content.
Didn't we
Um,
all?
Yes. So, I made one theory video, okay? One theory video,
Uh-oh.
okay? And it was a well-received video, and one person wanted me to make another theory. And a very specific theory. I can't remember what it was.
Was it
But
Discord is Star Swirl?
Oh, that was the video. But I can't remember the exact theory they wanted me to do. But every new video I posted, they would ask for me to do that.
Even
it's
after
like-
you moved on from MLP?
No, because I had confronted them before that. Like I don't have any. There's nothing wrong with like throwing out suggestions for a content creator, but when a content actually no, it was when I was starting to transition because I remember I had posted something new and I was really proud of myself, and their comment was, "Yeah, this is great, but I'd rather you make MLP content." And it just kind of like kicked me in the stomach.
That's a big FU.
Yeah. And it's like, so you could do this theory. And I finally had to tell them like, please stop. This is not helpful.
That actually
not-
reminds me of another story with Helper Boy.
Yeah.
Actually, Maddie, I think she knows most of all like what it's like to be labeled for life though,
Oh.
because that one pony video kind of set her up for life. And honestly, I kind of get that feeling too, because now I'm trying to like switch my content, and while I do have some of my old audience there who are supportive of me despite what I do, yeah, most of that audience is gone.
Yeah, I feel that because I think it was the furry video that like took my channel off, and then it's just like, oh, I don't know if I really want to be known for drawing anthro animals my entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
now
just a sad but true thing.
My subscriber burn is so incredibly frustrating, let me tell you. That's another, like, major problem that I have, and I could rant on this for hours, but the amount of views I get on YouTube nowadays is utter bullcrap, because it takes me forever to make a video, which is kind of why I wanted to, like, switch formats over to something like this.
The algorithm is completely against you, unfortunately.
The algorithm is completely against me and my soul, because my soul lives for quality, but the algorithm wants quantity. And apparently my audience wants quantity too.
And you have to be, like, on, like, if something's happening recently, you have to be, like, on top of it.
Well, and that's what makes me really angry is that, so I have the video talking about, like, writing anthros, and I have tried to record that 3 times. Twice, so 6 times. And I can never get it right. Because every time there's either some sort of background noise or I sound too nasally to do it. And the thing is that Beastars is coming out on Netflix, and if I don't get on that train, I'm gonna lose that train.
Oh, no. You better get on that train then, girl.
I tried to record this afternoon, but my neighbors were deciding to be loud inordinate... Hang on, I can word. Inordinately loud little shits. Like, even now, they're partying.
I know that feeling. I'll just say that.
Well, it's college life, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Saying as somebody who's never been to post-secondary.
I mean, to be fair, you gotta deal with a bunch of, like, retail bullshit, so...
A whole bunch of grocery store bullshit.
Don't you do, like, you do the night shift, right? Like,
I am a personal grocer, because that's a new thing. Not sure how many grocery stores in the States or wherever you guys are do them, but you can do the online grocery shopping kind of thing. And I'm the person who goes around with the big carts getting all your groceries for you.
You people are my favorite.
I appreciate the compliment. But, you know, it's just typical retail complainings where, you know, crappy manager, stressful days, and just a whole lot of great fun times. And work drama. Oh, it's great.
Sounds about right.
That reminds me of when I was working in retail in Atlanta, and working retail in a big city is the worst thing you could possibly do.
I'm so gray.
Okay, let me fix that.
It's like I'm looking on the stream, it's like, why am I so gray? I'm sorry.
I'm gray, I'm a gray. Very gray.
You can't, okay, let me see if I can get, because I color dropped from your OC. Let me see if I can get kind of just like a very fair...
I can get you, like, the actual color if you need me to.
It's not worth it for a title card.
Fair enough.
If we're, like,
okay,
if
like
you do decide to, like,
I'm sorry, Spirit.
Oh, I got pinged on Discord.
Oof.
A ping?
Maddie
got pinged?
Maddie says she wants in, so, Maddie, the way that we're doing the stream right now is we're in the meadow, so it's in my Discord server, so if you want to send me a PM on Discord, I can get you an invite, and then we have a short custom system so that we can get roles assigned and everything, but after that we can maybe toss you in if you want.
I'll dust off a seat for you. There you go.
Well, this will be interesting. I haven't heard from Maddie in forever.
Isn't it like the middle of the night for her?
Good question!
To the Google machine.
Last I checked, she was in the process of moving to America, so it might be Scotland time for her.
It is, yeah, it is almost 1 a.m. for her right now.
Absolute mad lad.
You have no life. Aww.
It's okay.
It's 1 a.m. and I have no life. Me too, though.
You can come hang with us.
Who here really has a life in this call?
Don't call me out like that.
Don't make me change the stream title, because I will.
It's questionable whether or not I have a life at this point.
I think all that, yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody here can resonate with that.
I'm going to art school and I spend all my time in a hall where there are no windows. What do you think I do with my life?
Are you in a basement?
I'm not in a basement, but our animation building has no windows and it's so hot in there and it's a quarantine zone.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Maddie,
Sounds like school.
this is Spirit talking. If you want to message me, you can. Or if you want to message either myself or Spring.
Yeah.
Spring's got, like, Discord open, so Spring might be able to do it faster.
Let me see.
I think I have Maddie in my context.
Let's see. Can I?
I think I do too.
Mad. I have 2. Oh wait, no.
I don't have Maddie in my contacts. I know that for a fact.
Would it be alright if I sent her like a you know, an invite?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, are you in...
Okay. Copy. Let's see if that works.
You know,
I don't know if it works. I just pressed like invite on like the voice chat.
She should pop up. If she accepts it, she should pop up in the customs soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that to you, Spring.
Yeah, I'm in the customs. I'm
You know
ready.
what's great about no camera? You guys don't even know if I'm jamming out right now.
How
I
dare?
could be having a freaking dance party and nobody would know.
Red flag.
I just realized I did the hair backwards. Crap.
Oh, on
well.
your own character?
Yeah, because here's the rule is that
That's how
My
angry
part-
you are.
my part is on the side, so when I draw the Chibi Hell character, that's as if I'm looking in a mirror, and Spirit's hair is the actual correct way. And I drew it the Chibi Hell way. But I
You know
don't
what?
care.
Just stick with the chibi hell. That's what this this is what this whole piece is mooding right now. That's something kids say these days, right? What a mood.
Don't remind. Okay, so my birthday's on Monday, and I'm turning 20, which means I'm entering my boomer phase.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. If you're entering your boomer phase, I'm going to be quite ancient.
What does that make you? If I'm becoming a boomer, does that just make you like boomer plus?
Plus. You better not say that in front of Maddie. My God.
You got Disney and Disney Plus. You got Boomer, you got Boomer Plus.
Wait,
With
so
all the
who's the
classics.
oldest of us all here?
I'm 30.
I'm a babu.
I'm 22, so okay.
I'm so old.
I'm babu only by a month. Freaking spirit.
Actually, no. I'm a millennial. Get off me.
I'm just imagine. Okay, so you know the stereotype of a millennial, like the stereotypical look. I'm imagining a millennial Spring and then a boomer Spirit, just having, just staring each other down.
I will.
Old people are great. You know, that was the thought with Reagan. There you go. Alright.
Mad, I'm sending you the link on your DMs on Twitter just in case.
I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, I could tell another tiny story.
Go ahead.
Tell it.
Okay, I will tell the tea.
Freaking tell the tea.
Oh gosh, okay, I'll pour it. Something that kind of happened to me recently. People who repost your tweets and then repurpose them for their own.
Oh, like the quote retweet.
Yeah, the quote retweet. So I had like a free art raffle like many moons ago, and or not. I don't think it was a raffle. I think it was just like an art event, and it was like one of those pick a face and I'll draw your character things.
Oh yeah.
And someone recently retweeted that whole event, and they're like, "Okay, let's do this." And he did that himself but with my tweet attached to it. So I'm getting all these alerts, and like people are liking my old event, and someone retweeted my event, and it was just like, what is happening?
What happened? What do?
Yeah, I was like, this is a very old. Like, I appreciate that you liked my tweet, but like, why?
Why? Why?
Am I allowed to draw attention to the stream for 2 seconds? Because the drawing I've made makes me laugh so hard.
It's gold. It's such a mood. It's, Spirit. You have great artists out there.
10 out of 10.
I can't name any off the top of my head right now, and that's sad. But
Leo,
out of all of them, this piece and you, number one, easily.
This speaks
Da
to me.
Vinci, the other guys, they're on the top.
The rest of the Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo.
Yeah,
Donatello, Raphael,
Yeah.
Leonardo.
I know
Thank
my
art
art
culture.
history.
Art Grumps. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Game Grumps, just a little bit.
I am art. I'm not so art. And I'm the art.
Where is my character reference sheet? After this, we can get down to drawing big titty fox girls.
Matrix voice from Maddie. I'm in. Is that Matrix? Yeah. We'll just end that
Okay,
conversation.
so Maddie, you just need to read the rules, and then I'll pop you in real quick. And I apologize now because I might switch into your accent because we're talking.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it,
sorry,
Lana.
what?
No, it's because I spent 2 springs in not Ireland. Oh, what is that
Scotland.
place?
Oh, right, yeah, you tell her that.
Newfoundland, and
Oh, frickin' Newfies.
oh, don't you know?
Oh, don't you know, you frickin' Newfies.
Oh, the girl at the corner store where I worked in the town, she had the most hardcore Newfoundlander voice I've ever heard. She was going like 25 miles per hour, and it's just like, sure. And everyone else in the town had like a mild Newfoundlander voice, or like no Newfoundlander voice. It was so bizarre, but like, yeah, no, I picked up something on the way. All right, Matt, I'm gonna bring you in.
Angry and drunk. There we go.
Oh, moonshine's great.
Never had it.
They the place I went to, they took all they bring in a bunch of people from around Canada, and they basically initiate you via moonshine with a shot. It's great.
Shot of moonshine. You're
Pretty much.
initiated.
Let's see. I can focus on 2 things at the same time. I'm gonna give Patty the artist and the streamer role. There you go. I'm popping you in.
Bring her in. Bring her in. Bring her in. Bring her in.
Please.
I lost my own chant.
No, she's Maddie. You're in the thing now. You just have to come to the recording room. Actually, you have to go into the waiting rooms. I'm sorry.
It's a process.
Yeah.
The waiting room, then you'll get dragged in here.
Yeah, I have to drag you in. Yeah, here we go.
We got a
Should be
Maddie
good.
in here.
As soon as, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Spirit's doing some dorm stuff, so she'll be back.
How
Frickin'
dare.
Spirit. Prioritizing her dormitory space
Over Mad.
over her stream. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Maddie.
Surprise special guest.
How are you this, I guess, night? This night? Yeah, we'll stick with that. How are you this night?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I love how the moment someone talks about one sec.
You're good, ma'am.
One Mississippi.
There we go. I had the I didn't mute the stream, so I was like, I'm echoing. Why am I hearing myself again? All right, take 2. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The minute I ask to join a stream, the conversation goes to either, we can't understand anything those people say. Those people get alcohol in their veins, and like.
In my defense,
it's true, but
I'm so sorry.
In my defense, I have a learning disability, so people talking fast, it's an auditory thing, so I'm fine if people talk
I have
fast.
Asperger's, and I also have a stutter, so this is me talking slow.
It's beautiful. I can understand you.
I am so sorry.
I'm sorry. She was a lovely lady at the convenience store. It just took me a few visits to understand her.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Now, I hate to do this, but I actually need to BRB for like 10 minutes at the most.
It's because I'm here, isn't it?
No, it's
Oh,
other reasons that
Yeah, it's all because Maddie's here.
Yeah.
I
know. I see her.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you in a bit.
Okay, I just got clean something, so I'll be back in as soon as I can.
How dare you be clean and clean things?
How dare you take responsibility for the cleanliness of your space?
Come on, you're an artist. Everyone knows artists live in their own filth. Come on.
Yeah,
Don't call me out like that.
mood. Just tidy up my piles here. Jeez.
I'm not proud of it, okay?
I'm a work in progress.
I'll eventually do a spring cleaning. Eventually. Probably.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Just went an instant regret of adding me to the call because
Add Maddie to the call. She just calls us out on all our shit. It's like, hi, welcome to the call. By the way,
you're all killing the planet. Come on. Get your shit together. What's going on?
oh my god.
10 out of 10.
Oh wow.
Just look at it. Spirit butt on the stream. Like, she left with that on the stream.
Yes, your favorite, the butt.
Look, there's no fluff on the butt. It's a perfect butt. 10 out of 10.
This is when you quote from Finding Nemo. Oh, look at me! I'm going to touch the bat!
I think they call it a butt. I've actually been going back and watching a whole bunch of movies that scared me as a kid, which was almost every movie. I was a very paranoid child. I'm not gonna lie. Every single movie gave me nightmares, and I tell my mom this now, and she looks at me like she traumatized me my whole life just because, Finding Nemo terrified me.
Was it the anglerfish by any chance?
It was everything.
Oh.
It was the beginning with the barracuda, and then it's they all died, and then just Nemo's lost now, and there's this big scary human face that just abducted him, and then the anglerfish and just the darkness and everything about Finding Nemo scared me, and then Incredibles scared me. Toy Story terrified me. We just won't list them all off? Because this would be a really long list.
That's fair.
I'm majorly regretting keeping my headphones on while I was trying to do a delicate task because I come back and I'm sitting there laughing about you guys talking about, I heard the entire thing, and I kind of wish I didn't because I couldn't focus.
What about the thing where Spring and I were talking about Newfies and the Hattie comes.
So, I'm gonna have to do unplug stuff again and whatnot, so I guess I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I
Don't
hate
die.
myself right now. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Okie doke. Bye.
So, Matt, do you have a story for us about being an
Yes.
artist or a content creator?
You
Do
should have
tell.
seen me earlier when you were talking about that sends out paragraph long things. I was just sitting there going, deja vu, it can't be. But then you started reading out the note about the like using their photographs for backgrounds instead of spending time, painting out backgrounds because, artists don't know how to paint backgrounds or anything. And I was like, I got this exact same note. I was just jumping up and down on the sofa and I'm like, I'm not the only one. Other people are feeling my pain.
Oh, yeah.
1 second. Oh, my earbud. Why is life like this? Oh no. There we go. I'm back.
I have a few stories, but a lot of them are kind of fault. So
They're kind of your fault. that what you
kinda. Because before I switched my price list to dollars, it was mainly in British pound sterling. But most of my customers are American, so I spend the time telling them, oh yeah, it'll be this price in dollars if you order today, but if you order the same thing tomorrow, currency conversion rate every single day. It might be a couple of dollars more, it might be a couple of dollars less, so the price I would quote them one day, and then the invoice would be a completely different amount. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe in consistency.
Yeah, this is why I started charging in US pricing.
Yeah, I've just switched to dollars now, so it's just me that has to cope with the conversion rate problem instead of my customers. So
Yeah.
Yep.
it's much easier for them, not for me though.
I mean, to be fair, once you're here, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, we're just not entirely sure when because visas and everything take forever. So yeah.
Moving's
If
a
it makes
whole
you-
lot of fun.
Don't get me started on that.
If it makes you feel any better, just the amount of bullcrap that you have to go to move states is utterly annoying because I can't even vote this year because I've moved states twice in the past 2 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can't vote. Cause
What
I'm,
the hell?
That's happening this year for you guys.
I'm tired of hearing about Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden on Twitter. I want to go back to memes.
The fact that your political cycle or whatever is so long is ridiculous to me. It's so stressful.
It's a bunch of baloney, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, because we here in Canada land, we hear about it.
Here in Canada.
It's a little sad. Canadians know more about American politics than we do our own. What the hell did Trudeau this time? I don't know, but I know what Trump did.
But people aren't happy with Trudeau. That's all we know.
I couldn't tell you why.
I don't know.
Now I can kind of tell you why, but I still don't completely get it.
Yeah.
See, I keep hearing things about Justin Trudeau, but I can never wrap my head around it. It just doesn't. It doesn't click in my brain.
There was one time I think he said he wanted to sell water in cartons, and called it boxed water. And
Like
everybody was
bagged milk.
Uh-huh.
Sell it beside the boxed wine.
Yeah. I remember that was a thing, and everybody was making fun of him for that.
I mean, we sell our milk in cartons. Why not?
What else did he do? I don't know.
I mean, the
There's
pipe.
a question in the chat for everyone.
Okay.
Oh.
What's the weirdest customer y'all have had? I'm assuming that's for everybody, but it's at Spirit.
Like customer in general, like sort of service.
Well, it says underneath it, ever asterisks.
All right.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go back through my brain memory and see if I can remember something real interesting.
I don't really have, like, the one story I have isn't that long. It was just a bit of it was just odd and short because I work, again, I'm a personal shopper, so I have to bring groceries out to people when they come to pick them up, right? Well, me and my coworker were working one day, as you do, and we were at our little station, and somebody comes in saying, hey, I'm here to pick up my groceries, but I need to run into the store to pick up some more things. We're like, okay. She hands us her keys, like, just put them into the bag. I'll be out just no time. And she was acting a bit, like, frantic, too. Like, she was trying to hide something. And she's like, oh, I'm a teacher. Just don't worry about the mess. Don't worry about the mess. It's fine. I gotta go. We were like, all right, with just her keys in her hand. Like, this is a lot of trust you're putting into us in a town with a high crime rate. All right. Load up her groceries. Her car had nothing in it. It was apparently a big mess. And we didn't know what else to do with the keys after that. We just kind of waited there for her to come back. But that's the oddest story I have. Incredibly underwhelming, I know, but...
I mean, aside from that... Welcome back.
Sorry, it's just... Ugh.
I feel.
Mood.
It's like there's no freaking room around here, and I just... Ugh.
You wanna come here? We live in a 15 by 20 space and there's 3 of us.
That'd be nice. Or better yet, just have a cubicle all to myself with nobody else around. That'd be great.
How would you soundproof it, though?
You wouldn't need soundproof. There's no one else here.
Fair enough. I just want to live in a box underground with a teddy bear and a bathtub.
Oh, don't we all?
With plumbing.
Well, yeah, you gotta have plumbing for the bathtub.
With plumbing and some kind of oxygen.
No, I want to suffocate so I don't have to live anymore, obviously.
What are you, living at the Ritz? Like...
Like, everybody just needs their own personal island. That's what it feels like nowadays.
And then we could be
just
island
need our
neighbors.
personal island.
Then we could be island neighbors, and I'll take my little rowboat and I'll come and visit you on your island.
And then there'll be an owl, and he'll give us a loan, and then we'll continue to build our island up, and villagers will come.
Okay, now you're just talking about Animal Crossing.
I've never actually played Animal Crossing, though I feel like I need to.
It's stupidly addictive, and then you question why you played it after so many hours. And then you buy the next one in the series.
No.
The cycle continues.
I've never had the cycle begin, so...
I got kind of irritated with me because when I had initially offered, because he said that the Animal Crossing, right? It's like, oh, well, I have the Animal Crossing. Yes, if you, like, play on it for a little bit. Right, we weren't doing anything. He's like, nah, you need time to play that. What, a week later, I tell him, it's like, yeah, I have New Leaf for, like, the 3DS. I told you about it. He's like, no, you didn't! Why didn't you let me touch it? Why didn't you let me play it? Betrayal. I was like, dude, I offered it to you. Your fault, you missed out. So yeah, it's very addicting.
And you know, Common likes to brag like, oh, I have this game, I'll let you play it, but it's like, it's not the same experience. I want my own fresh experience. I want to delete your save file and start over. It's just not the same.
No. But do you guys have any weird stories, like customer stories? Because mine was.
I have stuff from Wendy's, but that's not art related.
Well, mine wasn't art related either.
Well, if we're bringing up customer stories, I mean, I have many. I have the one time where I accidentally had a really, really big Karen customer come into my Wendy's.
Oh no, does she want
Was
to talk to
having
the
problems
manager?
with the drive-through.
Oh boy.
Should I tell the story, even though it's not really related to
Yeah,
art?
go ahead.
Well, go ahead and just do
Okay.
some retail stories.
So, this was while I was working at the Wendy's of Hell, the ghetto Wendy's. And it was about 5, 6 o'clock, usually when people are coming in for, like, dinner or whatever. And it was during the summer. There was a horde of people in line that I had to deal with. And then, I don't know, I was actually under control for once. I was getting shit done and it felt amazing. But then Karen decided to walk in after she had been through the drive-thru.
And
She
then the
was
Karen
complaining
attacked.
about some kind of chicken sandwich. And I don't know, she walked up like in line like saying, I need a reorder of this chicken sandwich. This thing is all wrong. It's not even fresh. Okay. All right. So I go talk to my manager, bringing up like I'm the nicest one there, mind you. I need to say that now. But then
Oh,
again,
that was
that's
fun.
because I hadn't been there as long. And I basically just tell like my manager what's going on. It's like, okay, we'll just get her a fresh one. It's like, all right, we're going to have a fresh one made for you or whatever. Or no, wait, no. First we like had them make like a new one, but then she like decided to complain like it's cold, and then grabbed my hand and then made me poke the chicken.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, it's that cold. You see, it's like, yes, ma'am, yes. And then next thing you know, she's like, I want it fresh. Like, okay, we'll go get fresh made for you. And then I like start walking away. And then, I guess she heard me, but I thought I was being quiet, like, this bitch. That's
Oh,
all I
no.
said. Because I thought I was far enough. But apparently she heard me. It's like I'm back there getting her friggin' chicken sandwich, and the next thing you know, my coworkers are going, what do you say to her? It's like, I said I'd get it to her fresh. What are you talking about? She heard you call you a bitch. It's like, oh no. This is the first time this has ever happened, and I was regretting it, like, super hard, even though I was kind of having a difficult time dealing with her, because she was acting that way.
It was at that moment Christy realized.
She fucked up.
Isn't that just the story of her?
went to, like, because it's like, I'm stressed, and at the same time, it's like, she shouldn't have gotten that. I should have been more cool about it. I've learned to be better now, but I do need to bitch every once in a while, just get it off my chest. But long story short, after a while, after we made her fresh thing and then gave her a refund, she eventually forgave me, and then, my manager acted like she was going to like punish me to the highest degree. And I was actually legit scared because my manager at the time, Grace, she was a scary metal lady, and I appreciate her for that. But, she kind of took me to the back. Once everything cleared out, it's like, all right, hold out your wrist. I thought she was going to, like, I don't know, cut it with a knife or something. That's how bad I thought I fucked up. And she's like, did like a pathetic, like, slap. And I just kind of got confused because I flinched, like, what? That's it? Eric's done worse. He actually cursed a customer out over the headset when he didn't think it was on. So you're fine. That was funny as hell, though.
Huh.
So I actually did feel really bad, and I was kind of messed up for the rest of that day.
No, I don't blame you.
At the same time, this Karen, though, she grabbed my hand and started making me poke at the fucking chicken.
You just don't do that. You don't.
Yeah, it's like, that kind of pissed me off.
I don't blame you.
It's the chicken poke.
No, don't give it a name.
Because once I name it, I'll start touching it.
Oh yeah, the chicken poke.
I've been having a crappy night, so this is nice.
Oh god, this entire week's been garbage. We're going into finals.
Ugh.
Oh no!
Oh,
And don't get me
fun.
started, I made the mistake of taking 3 studio classes. Absolute worst thing I could have possibly done to myself. And I'm gonna be stuck with it again for next quarter.
No, you know what that sounds like?
What?
Grand old fun time.
I thought
See,
you were
it
gonna
starts
say
off
your
fun
problem.
until you get. It starts off fun until you get to the like last 2 weeks when you realize, oh crap, there's a lot more to do, and I don't have enough manpower to do all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can imagine.
Like I have to create an entire ink piece in the span of a weekend.
Oh.
Don't envy you there.
I say you should work on that after the stream.
Oh, I worked on it before the stream. I made
Oh,
progress
boy.
on it.
But you should still work on it after the stream if it's not done.
I mean, I've got all the sketch work done, so it's just gonna be a matter of doing the ink wash tomorrow and then letting it dry on Sunday.
Wait, I do have a question to ask though. How bizarre is your teacher making you go in like art school?
Okay, so you know Gerald Scarfe?
Yes.
So I'm doing a combination. I'm drawing Johnny
That's
Cash,
really
and then I
important.
have to include Scarface style in the background.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to buy another ink brush because I can't replicate the ink style for the life of me. I don't know what he does, but Scarface
You know,
has some
Gerald-
magic.
Yeah, Scarface works on massive canvases, like triple the size of a door.
Oh
So
boy.
to emulate his style, you would have to work like enormous size. So that's probably why.
Mm.
Yeah, I've only got 22 by 24 inches.
Yeah. He also stabs his canvases as well.
He stabs his canvas.
Literally, yeah.
I knew
Murder.
this guy was kind of crazy though, but I didn't realize he was that kind of crazy. Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
See, if I
Crazy
got
or just intense?
All I know is that like freaking art school can be so weird sometimes. Like my teacher actually dared us to draw a turkey carcass after Thanksgiving. Like
Why?
because of the value. It would teach us more about value if you start drawing the turkey carcass. So you know what I did?
What?
I took her up on the turkey carcass and she was actually surprised I took the dare because no one else did.
And
I
I'm
used
thinking to
to
myself
copy
now,
markers,
do you mean
though.
the value of turkeys is in their monetary value, or do you mean the value of a turkey carcass in, you know, the
Artistic value, like
the artistic
shades,
value?
Like-
Right, okay, that's not
like
as
lighting
exciting anymore.
and shades and like how dark can it get, you know? It has a variety of like different values.
Right.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I
You
prefer
know, when I think...
my first thing. Okay.
It's like just last
Sorry.
semester I was painting a friggin' mutant squirrel for my final.
I think I remember you showing me that.
I think I did show you that. It was pretty weird.
Art
Like, it
school
even
sounds-
horrified my teacher.
What the hell is art school?
Art school is a trip and a half because you show up expecting to like do a bunch of drawing and drawing models, and then the next day, the next thing you're doing is like you're sitting down with a bunch of bristlecboard painting squares because you have to learn color theory.
Oh my gosh, I had
That
to do
was-
that for scenic paint.
That was 2D composition for me.
Don't even
Like,
get me started
how
on
to replicate.
animation.
We had to replicate like colors that we picked out from like a what's it? Trying to think, like those paint cards.
Oh yeah, like the
Like
little things,
swatches?
swatches.
Yep, and then we had to come out into perfect squares.
Yeah. For my...
Although nothing will traumatize me more than the circle assignment. The circles. Oh god, the circles.
Sounds terrifying.
It is!
for my scenic paint class, we had to do the color wheel, and we had to mix all of our own paints and we were docked marks if the squares were not perfect, and if the colors were off. It was, I think it took like a week to paint that in between 12-hour classes. It was crazy. And then we were all really angry at the one girl who had gotten the masking tape to make her squares look perfect, because we were like, why didn't we think of that? Oh right, we're sleep deprived.
Okay, you want to know the secret that I discovered to making like perfect edges? Because okay, so in my design class we use a lot of acrylic paint because it's our color theory class. So basically what I did is, and my professor actually taught us this, is that you take the masking tape and then you put a fine layer of not slow dry but matte medium over it. And then the matte medium, what it'll do is it'll create a very thin, invisible layer which will keep it from bleeding through. I don't bother doing it anyway because matte medium is expensive, but it does work.
Hangs out in the not being in art school corner.
I mean, I think we've got a good mix of, like, professional, student, and, like, hobbyist here, which is good because it provides different perspectives.
Yep. Meanwhile, my professor actually discourages against, at least my painting professor, discourages against, like, using masking tape just, like, to correct a sharp line. Just because it becomes uncanny if you have, like, a certain style, I guess.
Well,
at least he told me not to use, like, the masking tape or to, like, draw with a pencil. He told me, like, draw with paint.
Well,
It's like, I ain't got time for that. I don't have that kind of money. You waste my paint.
well,
But okay.
You're not supposed to use the tape to, like, do every straight line.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, when you're doing, like, architectural type of buildings...
That's what a ruler's for. Huh? You use a wooden ruler and you take the paintbrush and you paint along the ruler.
Well, now they tell me.
I tell you, I did that in scenic paint. That's what we learned.
Well, I'll be sure to apply it to painting too next semester.
Yeah, that's what you take a fine paintbrush and a ruler.
I'm really mad. I gotta take Digi 130 next quarter, which is, like, a digital communications class. And I already know the Adobe suite like the back of my hand. Well, with the exception of InDesign. I've never had to use InDesign, but it's, like, it's a website building program. And I have to take it at an 8 a.m. and I have to walk to my hall.
Oh no. Exercise. And an early class.
Okay, I have to get up at 6 in the morning for my 8 a.m. class. And I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
I stay awake until 3 a.m.
I don't know how my professors did it, but for my course, my technical theater course when I did college, they like fought tooth and nail for all of our classes to start at 9, because we would leave the school at like 9 o'clock some days or later, p.m. So they were like, no, we're not coming in earlier than this. This is shenanigans. So, but most of us were there earlier than that time because we had projects to do. But yeah, that's sucks.
We ride buses to our class, and my animation building is a 20-minute bus ride.
Maddie, I'm sure you have some art school stories.
I graduated 10 years ago. I barely remember what I had for yesterday, never mind what happened 10 years ago.
Well, I do remember one conversation I had with one of my tutors. We had an argument over whether or not H.R. Geiger was a quote-unquote real artist or not. So that was a fun conversation.
I argue that Geiger is an artist.
Absolutely. But I majored in contemporary fine art, so if you were an illustrator, you were not considered a real artist. So I decided to become an illustrator just to annoy my tutors at college. So, true story.
Oh, picking your career out of spite.
Pictures and stories. So the technical theater kids had one class with the musical theater kids, and that was art history. And the first class, the teacher comes to the front of the room. He was a delightful man, by the way. But the first thing that he asks us is, "What is art?" And
That's a loaded question, sir.
It's such a loaded question. So, and then he opens the floor, and so the art kids are like going on these wide metaphors and like hardcore paragraphs, and all the technical kids are like, "Are you kidding me? We came here to learn about history, not to go on a philosophical adventure."
Our entire art history for the entire last quarter was just... It was okay. It was 50% religion, 45% philosophy, and 5% actually memorizing everything. Mm-hmm. And the most fascinating thing we learned about is why there were so many boobs.
Our class had to be divided up because technical theater kids weren't actually learning about technical theater history. But it's really interesting. Like we went in depth about like clothing and stuff.
We learned about a lot of building stuff, like especially architecture. I'm trying to remember what all we learned. We learned something about it was some sort of form of Greek architecture. It's the decorative pillars.
Nope, it's not coming back to me. I know what you're talking about though. Are you talking about the triangles?
Not the triangles, but they're like, I have it written somewhere in my notebook, but my notebook's also filled with animation notes, so I would be hard-pressed to find it in time. Basically, they were, like, carvings that were also building support.
Okay.
And most of them had religious significance or historical significance, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta use that. And you'd be surprised how much you learn. My art history professor wasn't even a professor at first. He used to work in the steel industry before he got his doctorate.
Nice.
By the way, that reminds me of a question I kind of want to ask. Do you guys, like, at least, like, when you were or while you're in art school, do you ever, like, look up your professor's, like, previous work?
I kind of like it being a surprise.
My teachers, at least, like, so in the technical theater field, you don't always get like credited for what you do, per se. Like a lot of my teachers had worked on like movies and stuff, but they're not high enough on the food chain to be like credited. So like they would tell us, like my scenic paint teacher, she'd worked on Death of Smoochie, and I can't remember the other ones, but she'd worked on a lot of stuff. So like she could show you her portfolio and be like, ta-da. But I mean, unless you looked up their LinkedIn. Yeah,
Alright, because I kind of have like a funny story in order to
story
break up
time.
all the monotony of like all the bitchiness. Okay, so I have a professor. Let's call her
Professor
Candy.
X.
I don't know. I'm calling her Candy because she's sweet as candy. I've known this professor, even though she is a bit of a perfectionist, for over a semester at this point. Like, I'm currently having her as, well, my 3D composition professor, and I was bored one day and started, like, looking her up, like, throughout her actual art career because I hadn't done it before for some reason. And I clicked on the drawing part of her website. Now, my professor is kind of like a mom to all of us. Like, she calls us, like, her kids and whatnot. She's really nice, really sweet, gives really good criticism that isn't like, oh, you did a great job and whatnot. She actually gives you criticism, which a lot of people have actually went on her website, like, you know, like, oh, rate my professors, in order to bitch about her, like, saying she's mean. No, she's sweet as candy. Maybe it's because we're her favorite students, I don't know. Anyway, so I looked on her drawing page, and I'm seeing all this really, really nice art, But then it gets a little fucked up, and then a little more fucked up, and then it got so fucked up that I'm looking at a penis in a cage. And that just stuck out to my mind. So the very next day, I went up to her. So you drew a penis in a cage? Yep. You know why?
Phased at all that you discovered. Yep. Sure did.
It's like, why? Well, what do you think the meaning of it is? I don't know. All I know is that there's a penis in a cage. I'll show it after if you guys want to like see in DMs, or I could post in like the NSFW art chat. Because I have it right here.
Okay.
Can
Go
I,
ahead.
or should I?
Okay, you can go ahead and stick it in the NSFW memes.
I'll stick it in the NSFW art. Not mine, but it's my professor's. She made it back in 2010, so this was like 10 years ago, but it still sticks out in my mind. We have a great relationship, but at the same time, it's like, why? Why did you do this?
But then this is where I ask the question: are we any different for drawing furry porn?
I don't know.
I have not drawn furry porn.
It's not in a cage, so.
Speak for
that.
thyself.
It's in a bird cage, pretty much.
See, I just imagined a lone penis in a cage with nothing else going on.
So
Oh, there's also one where like there's a penis like blowing out bubbles.
So before we go for a quick, Mad, we were talking about ages. Mad, how old are you?
I'm 33. Why?
Mad's the oldest.
Yeah, I knew it would be.
You're 3 years older than me, so
Hey, I win.
okay.
I mean, well,
You have the rules, so you can.
That's not a good thing to win, actually. Hey, I'm closer to death than you! Hooray!
She's the eldest, we must praise her.
Okay, here's the other one. But yeah, you can see why I suddenly question, like, why is my sweetest candy professor drawing this kind of shit?
And with such nice shading.
I have
I
no
don't-
other reaction than that emotion, I'm sorry.
Is that a gun in the corner of the picture? Why? I feel like this is like pre-meme material because there's a gun in the corner. Like, delete this. Oh my.
Yeah.
Good
I
grief,
question
what does
everything,
this stream turn into?
I don't know, but this is like my funny professor story where I'm wondering why. I'm learning from this woman. I am very proud that I'm learning from this woman, but why did you create this?
You know, because why not?
Because why not? Yeah.
You know, you have the power. Why not wield it? Why not use it?
Hell, she's made like plushie, like a freaking scrotum plushie in like the sculpture section. Oh, it just makes me question everything that I've learned so far. But I don't mind it for some reason.
Because you can appreciate the art.
Yes, I can.
Just when you go,
That and I
"Now,
have no room
is
to
it
talk."
anatomically correct? Let's really study this penis in a cage.
Let me get my spectacles
It has a hat
out.
on it. It has a little hat on it.
Well, obviously because it'll get sunburned. It's clearly a metaphor about being sunburned and the dangerous UV rays.
Well, the title is "The Cheese Stands Alone," so I don't even know what that means.
Where's
to be
the
honest.
cheese?
Maybe I don't know. That's the thing. I don't get the titles. Maybe she was just trying to be artistic back then. I don't know.
Oh no, the cheese is at the bottom.
Oh, it is?
Behind, so the cheese, the word cheese, if you look behind it, there's a rectangle of cheese.
Oh, that explains it. Never mind, dum. Oh, I see it with like the toy mouse.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this thing real, or are they actually winding me up because I'm not actually looking at anything because I'm just sitting on my couch vaping while I'm listening to you guys talk?
No, this is a real art piece. Would you like me to send it to you?
You have the role, so if you wish.
Okay.
You have, it's in the art.
In it. Oh, good lord.
We started off complaining about art problems, and now we're looking at penis
Now we're
pictures.
just talking about penises. Well, I'm listening
I
to
mean, we could
everything
be
you
talking
guys
about-
have to say.
We could.
Alright, I'm giving you the role, sit tight. I swear, if this podcast takes off in the future, someone is going to have to create, like, a highlight version of all of it.
All the penis jokes.
So there's for a minute I'm like, is that a Jack in the Box?
I think it is.
Why is the attached to the bottom?
I don't know.
I think it might be a good idea if we switch the topic before we go.
My brain
Sorry,
hurts
I
just
derailed
looking at this. So, does anyone else have any penis in a cage? The podcast.
I'm gonna get flagged by Twitch, but I don't care.
Any artists' pet peeves or stories to share?
I
I
don't.
wish I had more stories.
Doesn't
That
have
had
to-
nothing to do with penises.
It doesn't have to be a story. It can just be like a pet peeve in general.
I hate it when my parents like complain that I'm lazy and then suddenly I'm the greatest thing that ever happened since sliced bread when they're in a conversation with other people in order to brag about how great I am.
Wait, we're on the equivalent of sliced bread? I was more thinking I would be on the level of a rock.
Wow.
I mean, that's my complaint. I don't know.
Does anyone in the Twitch chat want to provide more conversation points?
Ask us questions. I like to
Yes.
answer questions.
I have two stories relating to conversations earlier. One about retail. It wasn't me, but it was a friend of mine.
Tell the story.
I'm telling the story.
Tell the story.
I'm here to spill the tea.
I'm telling the story.
Spill the tea.
They worked in a barista thing, and a customer came to the counter with like a tub with grapes in it, and they asked the barista, "Are these grapes free range?" He was like, "No, I think you mean organic." The customer's like, "No, I mean like actually free range, like chickens get to run in the field before you kill them."
What?
This was on a university campus for men, by the way.
Oh my
My
god.
friend worked the barista. She was an archaeology student. And she... in the barista. And, oh my god. There was lots of other stories like that, but yeah.
If I didn't have commissions to work on, I'd draw free range grapes. It's honestly hilarious.
Grapes just running in a field. Yeah.
Be humane when buying your grapes.
Free range.
I remember when I was at art school, I had a part-time job in. Does anyone remember when video rental stores were a thing?
Yeah, I remember Blockbuster. It was my childhood.
We had a Giant Eagle version of Blockbuster. That was the shit, man.
Actually, I think it's still open. Video.
I had a horrible task. Is the store was that small that you only really needed one person to run it.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be serving customers and locking up when it ended, yada yada yada. But this particular company also had a sister company that had it was like a tanning salon. So this store would have the video rentals drop in the front and then the sunbeds in the back. So you'd be serving both customers for videos and for sunbeds. But the policy is obviously to use a sunbed, you need to be able to understand the safety precautions. So if anything goes wrong, you can read the emergency thing to get out again. Beds, they were standing up, kind of easier to get out of than the ones that are like coffin. But anyway, people came in and they wanted to use the sunbed, so of course they have to sign a waiver that says basically if you starve to death, it's not my fault. So I know these papers, and then I noticed that one of them just starts reading it out, and the other person is listening. I'm like, I hate to be rude. You illiterate? And she said yes. She was English. She spoke English rather. And I was like, I feel sorry, but based on health and safety, I can't really let the sunbed can't read. So, I tried my best to be as tactful as possible to not offend this person. But yeah, these two people just went nuts on me.
Oh boy.
Wow. They were threatening me. They were trying to climb over the counter to attack me. While in the store, by the way.
Oh wow.
They were like, "We demand to speak to the manager." Yada yada yada. And I'm like, "Well, I'm the only staff member in the store right at the moment, but the manager's up there." And then it was like, "Oh wait, one of them can't read." So, so me trying my best not to be a rude arse was just time. Then one of them said, right, we want your address, we want. I failed in my tactfulness and being a good staff member and said, well, I won't be able to do it, so
oh boy.
Yeah, so and they're like, we're gonna get you fired because your customer service sucks, and I'm like, I'm just doing my job. But yeah, but then I started getting kind of scared because they were proper threatening me. I was very tempted to phone the police at this point, but they left. And the customer that was in the store at the time saw all of this happening and was like, "You did the right thing. You were just doing your job." And I'm like, "Yeah," but the funny thing is, there's a CCTV camera right up there, so it's like if they did anything, I'd be able to use that footage and give it to the police. So, haha, win-win. I hated that job.
Oh man.
Wow.
So I just randomly remembered something involving you, Maddie, that I need to ask.
Oh no.
So how about them socks though?
Oh no.
I demand context, please.
Okay,
What?
for context, I was kind of feeling vengeful like during my last semester because my teacher was making me draw sock mountains over and over and over and over again. And then I kind of wanted to see Maddie suffer for the sake of how much was it? Like $10? $5?
I was doing like 30-minute draw challenge thing for like $10 or something.
Yeah, and I was feeling kind of jokey or whatever, like, Maddie, draw socks.
I was like,
Phone's ringing.
I'm not drawing socks. I don't want to draw socks. I'm turning into an angry Glaswegian, by the way, and I'm not even Norwegian. I'm there drawing socks. Why are you telling me to draw socks? Oh boy.
That was one of the greatest achievements in my life.
I
made you ban socks from the list of things you won't draw. I had
And of course, after that, people were like, "So draw socks, Maddie." At one point, someone said you should draw Mary as a sock, and she'd be like, "Best sock."
I missed that, but that sounds amazing.
Honestly, that would be like a really good. I think Redbubble runs socks, right? Where they'll print it, or is it
Yes.
leggings?
No, it's Redbubble just came out with socks. You can make socks.
You can make
Make
socks.
the
That
best
sounds
socks.
fantastic.
Oh,
I need to make patterns.
Once again, I am not drawing socks though.
Fabric is my bane when it comes to drawing, so I'm with you on that.
you know, if Mary Sue's thing was the "I'm best blank," you would have a perfect opportunity for a pun there.
There's two slogans. So
It's like,
It's either best blank ever or I am best blank.
well, because it's like,
yeah.
because it's like, you all suck. Get it? It's a bad pun. Put me away.
I'm sorry, Maple, you can no longer be a part of ClovenCast. We're kicking you out.
You have been eliminated. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Maddie's replacing you, except not really.
No.
We're gonna extinguish your torch. You're gonna go off the island.
That won't work because time differences are a thing, and it's too
Yeah.
much.
Okay, Maddie, you're being eliminated. Your torch going to be cast out off the island.
Well, fuck, now who's gonna be our fourth member?
There's already
Okay,
four
we'll
of
take back
us.
Maple.
You know, you're being voted off. My guilty pleasure show just started back up again.
What in the hell just happened with the past 2 minutes?
I don't know, but what are you drawing?
I'm drawing a commission. The client requested the character to vape. It was either that or draw something that I'm not allowed to publicly draw, so.
Okay.
I've never. This is gonna sound weird, but vaping was never in my. I never even heard of vaping until after, like, I started going to college. Is that weird?
I didn't even figure it out until I graduated from high school.
I didn't
I
hear
mean,
about it until after college, so because it really
Like-
wasn't a thing when I was in college.
yeah, because back when I was in high school, it wasn't a thing. Smoking weed was like the hottest thing or whatever. Doing okay.
the shit?
Vaping just never came up around me, I guess. I don't know, but next thing you know, I'm feeling old, and suddenly vaping has become the new trend.
Well, that
After I
there's all like the
going to
ads.
college in 2015. And I actually have a follow-up story about the first time I went to a vaping store with my mom. Because, how do I say? She was trying to, like, not smoke, like, during the winter. Like, she wanted an alternative to smoking cigarettes. Because if that woman doesn't get her cigs, well, everybody in the house is a dead man. Anyways. So, like the dumbass I am, I walk into the vaping store for the first time. Never been exposed to vaping outside of, like, the, one coworker who smoked indoors after hours, like, after everybody was gone. Like, during Wendy's. This is why we call it Ghetto Wendy's. And I said, oh, wow, it actually smells good in here. There was this one little rude emo girl who was trying to act tough. Saying, like, what the fuck did you think it was going to smell like? It's like, I don't know. Have you never been around a vape before, or a Juul? It's like, huh? I'm in here for her. I don't know. This girl just tried to attack me at every chance she could because I rubbed her the wrong way by saying, oh wow, it actually smells good in here. And then here comes the funny part. I don't know. My mom and her were in the middle of a conversation. I was asking questions like anybody would if they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then she, like, decides to outright go, do you live under a rock or something? Oh my fucking god. Yes. She didn't know how to respond to that. She legit
I'm
didn't know how to
homeless.
respond to that, because how do you respond to, yeah, I do live under a rock, so what?
It's
Yeah, you can't think of anything, can ya? She just stayed silent. Didn't talk to me after that. And that was like my greatest victory ever.
Oof.
So, going back to art problems.
Oh yeah, that's what this stream's about.
I don't know why I brought that up.
This is
I learned by watching you, Mom!
Now, dear, this isn't, I don't have like a full-blown story for this. This is just something from watching The Youngins, because apparently I'm so effing old.
Oh no.
And I just, okay, I'm not,
You're not eldest anymore. You're not at the top of the totem pole.
dang it, I can't use that anymore, because I'm older.
You're not of this generation. How about we say
Anyways,
it like
I've seen shit, okay? So just based on like other people's experiences, other content creators, I've noticed that if someone makes them, we have a tendency to put on a professional face all the time, and I get that. You want people to like you, and you need to be professional when doing commissions and stuff, and I totally understand that. But as content creators, we tend to continue to put on the professional face when someone is making us extremely uncomfortable, and instead of doing the logical thing, which would be block, we just leave ourselves open to being harassed and abused, and people think because we're content creators that we're like open public, like they have access to us. It's just something I've noticed that it kind of rubs me the wrong way.
I can't say I blame you for that because you guys heard my story earlier about the one kid who just started like raging on me even after I blocked him in like multiple different media. You're a demonic banshee and you made me cry.
Mm-hmm.
People are so uncomfortably open around us, unfortunately. Like we're their friends. We're really not.
It's just like, leave us alone. We don't want to hear about, I don't know, your toe fungus. I can't think of something that's not. All the examples I've had are not safe for work.
We haven't made, like, we're not friends yet. Please don't dump your life onto me.
And just because you watch my content doesn't mean you are my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me think, well, no, this is the one only thing I can think of where somebody told me about their sex life. I was like, thanks, man.
I don't care.
And I would try to stop the conversation, right? And like, all right, well, like, what about this thing? And like, they just keep going on and on. I'm like,
I
gotta
used to
go
be
now.
that type of person.
It's so weird to me because, like, in real life, we would be like, no, and you would walk away from the conversation and that would be it. But online, it's this whole, like, circus. And if you block someone, it's a big deal. And it's like, how dare you block me? And then it becomes this big drama. And it's like, in real life, this wouldn't be a deal. It'd be like, oh no, they're a scary person who, like, won't leave me alone. And everyone would smile and nod and be like, yes, I understand. But online, it's just so weird to me. The online space sometimes.
Well, people don't know a sense of, like, personal space online.
People are oddly comfortable though, and I think that's because they feel like they have no friends in their life and they can't talk to anybody. Because I remember I used to kind of feel that way, to where I used to be that cringy person. I've mellowed out since then. But I kind of look back and kind of cringe, like, why did I act like this? Why?
Yeah.
Oh! I figured now would be a better time than ever to mention that I was also a cringy kid, as everybody, but I also wrote a really, 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 really bad fan fiction.
Okay.
Another fanfiction writer, yes.
I have a confession to make too while we're at it.
One.
Oh,
I'm just going to make a quick confession. I also used to write cringy fan fiction, and it was Sonic themed.
Me 5.
Oh, I got several under the rainbow.
Oh,
Honestly,
so
do we
cringy.
want to just... we could just literally record another podcast here if you want. I can hit stop and go if we want to do.
I couldn't because I have to leave in about an hour.
I mean, we're not going to have to be here for 2 hours. We can do half an hour on one topic.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
making mention of that.
Okay, how do people in the Twitch chat feel? Do you guys want us to just keep going and talk about it on this one, or do you want us to start a new recording and then we can have 2 episodes?
I say we should save it for next time. Like, maybe some of us could bring our old, like, fan
We'll
fiction.
do a fan fiction reading.
Oh my gosh!
If they're not burned to death. But
I'm
I
not ready for
remember
this,
the
but I am.
specific story
My
that I did
stuff is
write.
still up. Oh gosh.
Quick, write that down. We need to do that next time.
No, it's yep. Oh, I've been planning to like possibly. Actually, I also have stuff written on paper too, but ugh, it's so gross. It's so I have Mary Sue shit. It's so
Hey.
bad.
If it makes you feel any better, I feel like we all will be putting ourselves under the humiliation radar, except for Maddie, because she probably won't join after this.
So you know how we like criticize everyone's OC? We criticize our own fan fiction, right?
God. Like, oh, mine is short, but it's bad.
I tried to write an entire 70,000 word fanfic. I got about 7,000 words in because 13-year-old me was a dumb little fucktard.
We'll rate them on how bad they are.
Oh gosh,
Like, we won't criticize them because obviously we were all younger.
so young.
Oh,
However, we will judge them based on how bad they are. And that's the main goal. Whoever has the worst fanfiction.
You know what? I am going to win that crown.
Oh, I don't know, hon.
We'll do intense fanfic readings next time around.
Oh,
We'll do it, and then I'll add music in post so that it's like epic.
Oh.
Okay, but we're all going in. I'm going into like Sonic fanfiction.
I've got my old like pony stuff from when I was 13.
You're not ready. My Little Pony crossed with creepypasta. There we go.
Is it Jeff the Killer?
Whoever the worst is that winning. Whoever has the worst wins the
It's
crown
got
of
Jeff the
shame.
Killer, Slenderman, Ben.Drowned, Smile.jpg, and Jane.
I've got Harry Potter, Sailor Moon, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
All I've got is Pokemon, like the original anime Pokemon,
Yes.
and
God.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've got
Okay,
ponies, Five Nights at Freddy's, and something else.
I need to read this first line. Okay?
A
Are you ready?
teaser for what to come.
For what?
I'm back with dinner from McSlenders, calls out a faceless man.
Yes.
That's not good shit. I don't know what it is.
Now I'm gonna have to recreate my fanfiction because I don't know where the fuck it is.
Didn't
Oh,
you
I
say
But
you
I'll
burned
do
it?
my best based on what I remember.
Honestly, okay.
Unfortunately, the memories of my Knuckle shipfic did not go away.
Wait, who did you ship?
Knuckles and Rouge. I know it's a typical fanfiction, but the way I put them in was just really, really cringy.
Oh no, somebody says now imagining y'all these fanfictions intoxicated.
I'm not old enough to be intoxicated.
Ha, loser I am. Sorry.
You darn Canadians in your 19-year-old drinking age.
Ah,
18 or
18.
19, no
Wait.
matter where you are. Well, depends where you are.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I have alcohol running through my veins, so I'm fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had
just
vape
there
running
is
through your
an
veins.
cord.
You'd think
Because stereotype.
you'd think being of Germanic blood, I would have it just in my bloodline, but nah.
Oh, I got the German and Irish. There we go. That's drinking.
Irish and Scottish.
I'm so German that they thought I was actually like one of the locals when I went. That's one of the greatest stories I ever tell. It's like my favorite anecdote.
Ugh.
What do we even call this podcast, though? Because we just basically bitch a lot of
Tomfoolery.
different things.
Just tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery, we'll call it penis in a cage.
No, we won't.
Problems in a cage.
This podcast.
I
With
still
special guest.
with special guests.
Maddie ruined this podcast. That's it.
You need to redraw the title card with Maddie just coming into the title card on the side.
Like a giant sledgehammer just.
Oh, like the Kool-Aid Man!
Oh my!
Do we have like a crazed face of Maddie? Like, you know the Twilight Sparkle one where she has like the bird nest or
Not
whatever?
yet.
Are you going to
We
draw
should
it?
just draw Maddie, like, breaking through the title card in, like, that I'm ready pose. I'd have to look up a Senior Pelo or Sir Pelo, I don't know how to pronounce his username, like, as a reference to what I'm talking about.
But my title card,
Ow.
I worked so hard on it.
It's
I
so
know
beautiful.
you did, but now you gotta change it.
But like
no, you
all,
don't.
but
No, you
like
don't.
all art, you must destroy it in order to better appreciate it.
No, don't destroy it. It's beautiful.
Just put
Marvelous.
Senior
just put a
Pelo.
tiny little Maddie like in between you and Christy.
No, just put me in the O in the problems.
Yeah, you be bursting through the O.
Yeah.
I think I know what I actually want to call it, and I just have to get. I have to get a
little
meme.
Maddie.
I have to get a meme for this. Yeah, copy and replace. I need
Go
people
your
to
meme folder.
explain this to me because
Oh, this is like
Oh.
the banana being
Oh,
taped to a wall
yeah.
meme that went on
Yeah.
because somebody actually sold like, what was
banana.
it, like $1,400,000?
Stupid
So
amount.
this was in the Tate Modern gallery in London.
Mhm.
Yep.
Someone taped a
this was in
banana
one of my
to the
lecture
wall.
halls during my class. I didn't
Yeah.
notice it until about 45 minutes in. It's just like, why is there a banana
That's
taped
the
to one of
reference,
my
though.
easels?
Yeah, and then someone ate it. It was beautiful.
Yep. It sold for even more after somebody ate it.
Why?
I don't know. It's called the comedian.
I'm allergic to
thought it-
bananas. I can't even eat them.
Tape
But
and orange.
not
to
banana,
a
though,
spoon
it's
like
art.
that. I don't know.
I'm not allergic to art, so can I eat the art?
Oh,
Oh my God.
you can eat the art, yeah, because you're now a dadist, because it was dadaism. It's not because we say it is. You tape anything to a wall, there. Banana, slap. It's art. There. My thumbprint in a bit of blue tack to the wall. That's art. You know.
I'm gonna take
Ow.
this. I have a little thing of Ritz crackers that's all crumpled up from my backpack. I'm gonna go tape it to the wall and just put a sticky note that says it's art.
It's like, can I have $1,400,000 now?
Put your PayPal information on it.
Okay, college, pay me. Pay me money. I'll tape it to the side, because we have a museum, like, right across the street that belongs to the school. I'll go into the museum and just tape it to the wall.
You're not ready for this. I'm working on a wonderful piece of art. Maddie, you're gonna appreciate it so much. I hope.
Hooray! On the subject of the banana as well, I remember one year, I'm not sure if it was the Tate Modern or not, but someone had taken their reading glasses off and just left them on the floor in the middle of an art gallery. And people thought it was art and were standing around looking at it and contemplating what it meant.
Oh, no.
I remember
Just
that.
someone was just screwing around and just thought, yeah, I'm just going to leave these here.
It's like when friggin' artists just paint a single dot on the canvas. What does it mean?
What
Does it mean anything?
Like, look, I painted this square canvas blue. It took me hours to decide to paint it blue, and it sold for millions of dollars.
Well, then you have to learn all like the illusions and everything like that, and it's just like, there's too much to too much to memorize.
So
Now, there
cool.
was an artist who painted an entire canvas black, but you had to actually get really, really up close in order to appreciate it. Because they had all these marks and whatnot. Because apparently marks are the big thing in my school. Oh, you have to make a mark here. What does this mark do? What does it do for the piece? It's like all I hear is mark, mark, mark. Is Markiplier taking over my school in Ohio? Oh, hi, Mark.
If Markiplier is taking over your school, then Paula Wallace needs to get her act together, because I would kill to have Markiplier.
From Ohio, so, well, not originally from Ohio, but he lived in Ohio for a very long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if he took over my school.
About your school.
Well, he'd be better than Jane Fonda. Freaking, I'm not even gonna go into that.
I don't know who that.
Hey, Spring, I'm drawing the good boy.
Let's just say she's pretty much a traitor to this country who said that the the soldiers who were in Vietnam need to go kill themselves.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Even though they didn't want to be in the Vietnam. She's at my college, it's like, no! Go the fuck away!
Ugh.
As someone who's from a military family, I take that personally offendedly.
Yes.
You should! She's that dumb of a bitch, and the only reason why she's not in complete trouble is because her daddy bailed her out, essentially. I'm just gonna stop right there, though. That's my political nonsense for the evening.
Yeah, get it out of your system now. We already talked about Canada's political system and how it doesn't make sense.
Canada.
Well,
Land
fuck you, Jane Fonda! Get the fuck out of Kent State! That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, fun update. Our trains are now moving again.
Wait, you have trains?
Get out of the stream.
Oh, one last thing. Fuck you, Caitlin Bennett. Go.
Well, also, I invite you guys to look at voiced. I spent a lot of time working on this.
Is this gonna be candy for my eyeballs? It
Candy
is
for
candy
your
for my
eyeballs.
eyeballs.
Now, when you say candy, do you mean my candy or actual candy? Are you looking for penises in a
I'm
cage?
gonna make this my new desktop background.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
gonna pin this.
That,
So glad.
that was self.
Yes, that's the exact pose I was thinking of. Thank you, Maple.
Up into the stream.
10 out of
Okay,
10.
I can do that. Hang on, let me just take up more desktop space because I've already got too many files.
I'm gonna post this into my Discord server with no context.
Do it.
Oh, I just realized what I was actually thinking of. And you're not gonna like it, Maddie.
Oh no. Okay.
When I was thinking of this pose, I associate it with Senor Pelo, but now I'm associating it just hit me.
No.
I love
Do
this
you know
one
the way, Maddie?
such a long time.
Yes, I do know the way.
Maple, do I have your
not
permission to
going.
line and color this? Because I think I have an idea on how we can incorporate it
Sure,
into the
go
title
ahead.
card.
Give her the
So
Ugandan.
not posting pictures, no context
Go
whatsoever.
right ahead.
Maddie will find the way onto the title card.
Yeah.
This is the content I'm here for.
10 out of 10.
Just
I
need to
have
put it.
to.
Where's my video file? There we go.
I just have to mute for a second here.
Okay.
Let's see.
This is glorious. Maple, you were a bean. You were a precious bean. You deserve all the cake.
This is now my new desktop background.
Now we need to see a screenshot.
I need to go to bed soon.
Okay.
You've been up late. You should see.
Yeah, you
Well,
better
usually up
go
until
because
3 or 4 anyway, so.
4 anyway, so.
Whoa.
still,
Sometimes I don't sleep at all.
that's not good.
Because sleep is for the weak.
Fair enough.
Sleep is for the healthy.
Is this why I'm not doing well in my Chinese art history class?
It's probably why I'm not doing so good in my 8 a.m., not gonna lie. And that's my animation class.
Now,
I
boys
wanna
and
wait
girls.
until you find it. I want to replace the thing with the blind version.
Now, boys and girls, there's this crazy thing called sleeping.
Called
need-
just sleep.
You need to give
Sleepy
this
time.
spirit. You need to give mad bangs under the eyes, please.
Am I allowed to add the Chibi Hell signature nostril here? Because I feel like that would be really pretty.
Please.
You should do it anyway.
I hate the nostril, but I love it. Tonight's collab.
This
Am I
is
still going to be
fantastic.
jumping out of the O? Or.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I want to see how. I want to make you visible on the screen.
Oh.
Just a tiny little munchkin coming out of the owl.
Alright,
And
I'm
now
back.
it's official. I am now overtired.
We're all so
I would say
tired that
welcome to
we're
the club, but
laughing.
It's only 7 o'clock for me.
It's like 9.
9:21.
2:21 for me.
Oh no.
Speaking of which, I should probably call Common if he wants to friggin' watch the stream.
How dare he not watch us talk about
how
this
dare
beautiful
he?
art?
This is glorious. I love it.
I would submit Ty to this too, but he's stuck in the prison that is known as the lab.
Oh
You
no.
would say stuck in a tree. It was
He's stuck in a tree. Why don't you
Send some firemen?
Why
Time
are
to
the
go off
firemen
into
not
himself,
coming to get to him?
stuck in a tree.
Mabel, can you draw him stuck in the tree now?
Trees. What the heck?
We'll start the Deer Tree Club. Just the deer live in trees now.
I told Spirit to draw us all in a tree. A tree house for the title card.
But it's like it's not just us hanging out, it's all panic because we can't get out.
This is great. I'm glad we have this podcast, even though I have no idea right now.
We're two episodes in.
We'll figure out a structure one day.
You know,
It's a work
we
in
have
progress.
to enjoy the whatever the fuck's happening.
Yes.
It's called life.
See, the great thing about this is that it's all simple shapes. I don't have to worry about advanced curvature.
Glorious.
You're welcome.
It's called minimalism.
The thing my professors will never let me draw.
Maple, you should draw me. No, I'm kidding.
Hmm.
Don't
trying
know.
to think. Hmm.
Yes! Yes!
Now she really Yankee.
Well, they don't
Spirit.
make me mad for nothing.
Spirit, who do you think's more Yankee? Lily or Maddie?
I think Lily's probably more angry.
Also, by the way, the more context I need to give, we're not talking about other people named Lily. We're talking about her D&D character named Lily. She's an orc.
Ah, okay. Thanks for.
I just need to double clarify that because I know. Yeah.
Yes.
Lily is baby.
Yes. This is a good Lily.
Yeah, we're not talking about other.
Anyway.
Oh,
Here we go. I got an idea. now.
There's
I
a
haven't
cute
seen
picture of
that
Maddie.
version of you.
Yes.
It is a cute Maddie.
I can't remember who actually did it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Linus, is that his name?
It's on my favorite song DeviantArt. I just can't be bothered going through it at the moment.
That's fair. That artist should pat themselves on the back because that's adorbs.
Yes.
Prince Lionel. Is that who did it?
I think it's like, it says Sarami.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that Mary Sue one as well.
Aw. Awesomes.
The Mary Sue one is gorgeous.
I'm Mary Sue. That was a bad impression, I'm sorry.
I do not sound like.
How dare you try to impersonate Mary Sue, Christy?
I know.
You know,
I know, I'm the
that's
most
a crime.
Why didn't this save as a PSD? What the heck?
Lock me up.
Yep, you know, give me
Shoot
your
me.
torch. We're gonna extinguish it.
Shoot
off the
me.
island.
Kick me off the island.
No,
So many people have
Drown
done
me in
amazing
the ocean.
no, we're in Canada. I'm not gonna
impersonations
shoot you.
of Mary
If
Zach
I
has done
die, bury me in satin.
Safi's done it, Silver Crow's done it, Dr. Wolf's done it. My friend James Cork, who's Spanish, has done it. He just
Oh, I know who that guy is.
yeah, he just sounds like Stitch when he does the Mary Sue voice. It's hilarious.
However you do this. He's like, when he says hi, he says like, Hal.
Yeah.
If I die young, bury me in satin.
Alright.
Lay me down on a bed of roses. God, I hate that whenever nothing is on good, like it's all commercials on every other station I listen to, all that F's up is freaking country. And then suddenly I'm listening to this song and now I can't get it out of my head. Damn you, country, for being stupidly addictive. Damn
Country
you.
is something I just can't avoid here.
How
I
dare
just can't
country
avoid
have
it.
a story?
That's why shakes fist at Canadian Texas.
Oh, I actually do have an
Love you, Texas.
me off. And it's weird, I think I told you this story.
Continue.
So, my cousin is getting married this summer.
Congratulations.
Like, I actually have to come back, like, in the middle of my vacation and take her and Common to this wedding.
Mhm.
My mother and I are in charge of, like, the floral arrangements as well as, like, my cherry. This is what my cousin wants. She wants, like, a dusty lavender. And I want you to, like, pull up these colors or imagine it, whatever. Like a super dusty, elegant lavender with silver. But that's not it. She also wants sunflowers for her wedding. And she means, like, gaudy sunflowers for this formal wedding. It gets worse. She's wearing a champagne dress that does not fit with the wedding theme at all. And she's also... she wants everything to be sparkly, but she also wants to be an informal wedding. And I'm just questioning why. Why, Cameron? Why are you doing this to us? Because my cousin is not an art major. She knows nothing about colors.
That.
So it's had to take her like a while in order to get her to. We luckily changed like the gaudy yellow sunflowers that you see out in the country field into Italian white sunflowers. So we at least fixed that much, but I don't know what she's thinking. And we're trying not to mess up her wedding to where she looks back like 20 years later thinking, what the fuck did I think? Why? Why did I say this? We're trying to avoid that much, at least.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you pick these colors? Why?
Well, I don't know, man.
To each their own?
Exactly.
I mean, you can't be upset that you picked the colors because you picked the colors, so you have to live with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you're in the middle of trying to create, like, a floral arrangement bouquet that matches everything, we're, like, trying to incorporate the sunflowers into this formal wedding, which, luckily, we figured out a way, but first, it's like, why? Why
So-
are you doing this?
So I'm going to just throw a fun hot tip to the peanut gallery that's listening. If you're going to get married or you're going to try and help someone with a wedding, go to like Home Depot or that type of store and go to the paint section and get some paint swatches and put some colors together and find colors that match.
That's
And
actually a really good tip.
Yeah, and then also pull up a color wheel.
I'll be right back. I gotta grab my chart.
Because then you have a physical
Computer
color
stuff.
in your hand, and then you can, instead of just being like, oh, I want quote unquote dusty lavender, and no one knows what that exact color looks like, you have it in your hand because it's a paint swatch little sheet in your hand. You just point it at their face. And then you also visually have the colors in front of you, and you're like, oh no, sunflower, bright yellow sunflower would be a terrible idea. Like, just exampling. But yes, fun, hot, fun.
10 out of
Tip.
10, hot tip.
Or you can
Also,
just do whatever you want.
I saw that, Spirit.
Hold up, we're getting there.
I looked away. I was given a hot tip.
Pure glory is about to happen.
Does my hat have an angry face on it?
Oh, you'll see in a second. I think you'll
What?
enjoy it.
What?
Maddie's hat has an angry face on it.
I didn't
I
see
didn't
that
want to.
part.
I didn't want to draw the thistle because the thistle's hard to draw.
Tell me about it. We draw that thing all the time. Whenever I draw Maddie, it was like, deal was it to give her a bloody thistle to get her? And
Yeah, I
on
wonder
her
who
hat as an emblem. I'm like, thank you, past me. You're off.
I think we could all look back at our own OCs and be like, what were the fuck were we thinking?
Oof. Yep.
She's coming for you.
Oh,
It's the
man, this is
nostrils
great.
that make the nostrils.
Oh, God.
She just looks like, I will murder your face.
I will murder your family.
Oh my God.
Wait, I have.
And he's like, where's the blacksmith? And he's like, I will murder your face. Yeah, that's what she looks like.
I love that hat. It's so good.
We're all just low-key pissed and tired of everybody's shit.
You know, Maple with the thumbs up is my mood, though.
You may have to change, like, the title, though, of this video.
You know what it is?
Just problems. Take out the art part, just put in problems.
We started with art
artists. 5 artists look like when they're sleep deprived.
It's true. My cats woke me up at 3 a.m.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
But I guess this is where I have to be the person to ask, when do we need to put an end to this? Because we've been going for about, what, 2.5 hours?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to leave anyway.
We
it's
should
2:30 in the morning.
probably wrap it up.
Yeah, because I also have to head off here soonish, too.
Even though
so-
this is delightfully fun, we should, yeah.
Yeah, we could keep going forever, but
I don't think anyone would appreciate.
Maddie needs to take care of her sleeping
Who needs
schedule.
sleep?
I have my shit to do.
Sleeping schedule, what's that?
I need to make sure that my parents get to bed or else they'll come and kill me.
I might have to.
Well,
I
oh
might
my.
override
Maddie
tomorrow's
going
upload
so
because this is much better. I had this whole like motivational video that was super serious to help like ease people into finals week because a lot of us are going into finals here, and it's just like after seeing this face,
There's no way you can post it.
there's no way I can get this 2.5 hour sleep file up on YouTube in time.
Honestly, you can wait on that. It'll be fine.
I'll set it to post next week when I'm traveling home for things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do that. You
So
can do
I
it on your
guess-
birthday.
Okay.
Don't you tempt me.
Oh, do it! Birthday! Birthday stream!
During your birthday. Happy birthday, early spirit.
Yeah, happy early birthday, Spirit.
I'll be undergoing official boomerification in 2 days.
It's millennial.
And I'll be
Alright, how about we sign off?
Alright, hang on, let me think. I can word. Thank you all so much for watching. YouTube outro.
insert here. There we go.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Hit
the
the bell. Buy my merch. Buy our toys. Buy my art.
Fire merch, fire
We all have toy lines.
This podcast was sponsored by Hasbro.
Except not. It was sponsored by
Except it
me.
wasn't.
Okay.
Very soon it's best advertisement.
I need to end this before we end up going through another thing. Okay, thank you guys
nipples
for
and
watching.
fluffy bums.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Bye,
watching
people.
ClovenCast. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.